Let me bring these things up again here. Twitch on my phone. Peach Wagon, it says, I guess. What's she doing there? Oh, a jigsaw puzzle. Okay, let me find myself. There I am. Huh? Yeah, that's right. And can I hear myself? Of course. Easy peasy. Okay, let's go. And I'll get my chatter started, I guess. And open up my Chrome. All right, cool. Let's open up my spreadsheet, this one. 3 in Q3. I was thinking, let's look at V. I don't recall what it is that is supposed to set V apart, if anything. It seemed good. So let me see here. What is piecing it together? Whoops. What did I do? Piecing it together. What is this one? It says it's a medium. Wait a minute. Am I not logged in? Oh, goodness. Okay, I think that's better. So the only one I've completed was 2-bucket? Let's take a look. Oh gosh, I have a ton of code in there. What the heck? Okay. So what is piecing it together? Let's see. Piecing it... Where's that? Piecing it together. Oh, it's all the way at the bottom. Fill in missing jigsaw puzzle details from partial data. How many tracks do you suppose have this one? Piecing it together. It's only on 4 different tracks. Elixir, Java, V, and WebAssembly. Alright. I'm looking for something easy for tonight. And that doesn't look like it. Alright, let's see. How about something else? Try to choose something else here. PowerShell? I see a couple of favorites here, a couple of easy ones here under PowerShell. I could probably knock both those out in a relatively short time. I don't know what Wordy is, but I could give that one a shot as well. Okay. Okay, so here... Oh, wow. They put a lot into this stub, huh? Function, invoke, darts. Okay. Synopsis, description, parameter, parameter. Oh my goodness gracious. Huh, okay. So we don't want to throw. If here, let's say double dollar distance squared equals $x times $x plus $y, right? Times $y, right? And then if distance squared is greater than 100, return 0, right? If it is greater than 25, it's greater than 1. Okay, so here we return 10. Here we return 1, and here we return 5. So I mean, it's really, that's how simple this exercise is, which is why I chose it as an easy one. It says missing statement block after if condition. So that seems like a nice hint. Same thing here, I suppose, right? Okay, it looks like the complaints went away. So I don't know, let's see. So, and then it says to run the test, we do what? Invoke pester. So I think is it PSH? No, what is it? Let's look at the help. Okay, so wait a minute. Run the command invoke pester. Let me see here. So for PowerShell, PowerSH. Okay, let's see. PWSH. Ah, there we go. Hey. Okay, so we failed 9. Looks like I ended up returning 10 in every case, so that's a little messed up. So I'm gonna say int result equals 10 and return the dollar result here, I guess. And it's going to end up being similar to what I did in Raku, which was not, like, lovely by any means. Okay, so here, where we have return, we just say dollar result equals. Nope, still the same thing. Darn. Okay, so int dollar result equals 10. So we did return 10, it looks like. And it passed 4, which I guess were the ones where 10 was expected. Double distance squared, x times x plus y times y. I think that ought to be all right. Sure. So, what do we think happened? Was there any warning or anything like that? I don't see a warning or anything like that. Commandlet binding param. Oh, wait a minute, wait a minute. Ah, there we go, a perfect hint. That probably fixes it, huh? Okay, let's submit. I'll test and submit. Oh. Okay, so it won't work that way. That's fine. Let's just submit. Darts. Okay. Not too shabby, not too shabby. That hint was very smart. All right. I loved that. Let's try Bob now. I'll move this over first. I keep hearing myself echoed, so that somewhere. Yeah, that dart. I mean, darts is obviously. It's actually probably the simplest exercise on exorcism. There are a lot of simple ones, but that one's very simple. Wait. Most of these don't seem like they want to strike anymore. I think I probably like let them get in moisture or something. Damn. That's crazy. Like the ones where the wood is discolored, it's kind of turned brown. I don't know. I think they were exposed probably to moisture or something. And now they don't want to strike very well. And the match head like actually pops off instead of striking. But not all of them are discolored like that. This one's not. This one looks normal. There. So now like one of these, like the match head popped most of the way off, but I think there's still a little bit there. So if I place it there, there's not much there, but I think it'll start. There's just a little bit, most of it busted off. How's that? See, when it's over the top of the candle flame, I like the way that makes it flicker like that, right? All right. Bob, let's do it. And like I said, I don't recall what wordy is, but I'll give that one a shot. I think this one is going to be basically equally as simple. We'll try and use regexp. Don't know how to use regexp in PowerShell, but I think it's very simple. However it's done. Because we know PowerShell, the big thing about PowerShell is like everything in the .NET framework is technically available to you in PowerShell. I think. I don't know the details, to be honest. But it seems amazing. It seems absolutely amazing. So let's go into our Bob response file. Wow, okay, it's another big, full-featured stub. Alright, so we'll get rid of this, and we will say, so, let's see, what's the first thing we want to answer? We want to answer, I guess, the, yelling things first. So let's say, answer the yelling responses first, I guess. Okay, so now let's see. Let's look in here somewhere. So, oh gosh, not this. PowerShell programming language. Regex has match. Something like that. Let's take a look. Okay. Doesn't that look neat? Doesn't that look neat? And returns true. That looks very neat to me. That looks, it couldn't be neater. Amazing. So, yeah, let's just try doing it all. Oh, wait a minute. What is this? Oh, dash squiggle. Okay, let's just try doing it with the dash match. Okay, so I'm gonna say if dollar hey Bob dash match, and then I'm gonna say any uppercase letter, all right? Good start. I'm gonna say and hey Bob equals, and then let's take a quick look. So this is the PowerShell learnmicrosoft.com. Beautiful. And I'm just gonna look it up. PowerShell programming language, string to lowercase. Let's take a look. This is C#. Do we have a PowerShell example? Okay, so .NET API browser, to lower method. So that's good. So it's a .NET method. If we see an example of using it in PowerShell, then that'll sort of help us to see, like, how do we use .NET methods, .NET API methods in PowerShell. For some reason, I thought that it would show PowerShell examples as an option, but I guess not here. I think we can just call it as a method, right? So they just call it on the string. I think we can do the same thing. Let's find out. So I'm going to do hey Bob dot to lower. All right. So this is probably EQ, right? Something like that. Okay. So if that is the case, then we're going to have this sort of block here. But now we need to see if it's a question, I guess, right? So question, I'll just check it right here. So if hey Bob match, love that match operator. If it works, we'll see. I think it will. And then we're going to have a literal question mark, or I'm just going to do it like this, I think. I just feel more comfortable that way. And then that is followed by any amount of white space to the end, right? That's the way I did it in the other one. And then we'll say that means it is a question. And so then here we return calm down, I know what I'm doing, right? Is that not how we escape it? Do we escape it like this? Okay, that's better. Okay. And then here, I will just say return the other thing, which he says, whoa, chill out. Everything's wiggling around a bit much. Whoa, chill out. Okay, so that's 2. And then we'll say if it's another type of question mark, I guess. So if hey Bob match, literal question mark followed by any amount of white space, including none. Return, sure, right? Okay. If hey Bob match, okay, so then in this case, we have the start of the string, then we have some amount of white space, and then we have the end of the string. In that case, we say fine, be that way. That way, yes. And in the final case, we return whatever. Fine by me. Oh, was there another hint? Failed 19. So we did end up returning something. And we did pass 6. I'm guessing... Okay. So we got whoa, chill out. Oh, interesting. Okay, let's look it up. PowerShell programming language, Boolean AND operator. Let's take a look. So we're supposed to go dash and, I guess, right? Love it. To be honest, like, I think that's cool syntax, you know? It's not common, like, the double and that we know from C is very common. But the dash and with the word and, I think that's cool. Okay, so let's try it again. Was that any better? Yeah, a little bit. Okay, so whatever. So expected whatever, but was whoa, chill out? Huh. Oh, it's the same. Expected whatever. Oh, okay, fine, be that way is wrong. Okay, 13. Okay, so what's the first one? So, okay. Yeah, okay, so match, I think it didn't quite work the way I hoped it would. Oh, wait a minute. Do I need to mark it as case sensitive? PowerShell is as case insensitive as possible while preserving case. So that check absolutely needs to be case sensitive. That's the whole point of that check. So, let me go back there again. So we need case sensitivity. Okay. Well, that's good. I like the idea that it's case insensitive. However, we need this regex match to be case sensitive. Oh, C match. Okay. So this doesn't need to be case sensitive, and this doesn't, and this doesn't. Only this one does, right? C match is like match, but case sensitive. I will choose the grin. Okay. So that should help, I think. It did a little bit, yeah. So then expected whatever, but was whoa chill out. So now we've got to do the other part. So here, we've got to do case sensitive equal, I think. So now let's take a look. PowerShell programming language. String equality. Case sensitive. About comparison operators. Let's take a look. Okay, so equals. Oh, C equals must be case sensitive, right? And CEQ is like EQ, but case sensitive. Okay, so that, I guess, should be better. Let's see. That's interesting. I like the leaning into case insensitivity. I think that's a cool choice. So now we said expected whoa chill out, but was whatever. So I said ZOMG, the zombies are coming. Oh, interesting. So why did I do 2 lower there? Is that just a pure brain fart? Don't I want 2 upper? I think that's just a pure brain fart. Okay. Now let me look. I didn't try formatting the last one, but let me just see if I can easily, quickly try formatting this one. So PowerShell programming language. Let's do command line format auto form. Invoke formatter. Let's see. Seems okay. So I'll go PowerShell dash big C invoke formatter. I like that. That seems like it could be easy. Nope. It says it's part of the PS script analyzer module. Okay, let's see what we get. So I'm going to go PWSH C H C. We're going to try install module. Okay. Going to choose the name, which will be PS script analyzer. All right, let me paste the rest of this in. Why did they put force here? The force or reinstall parameters are only necessary when you have an older version of PS script analyzer installed. All right. Well, I'd prefer not to say that then, because if it's already installed, I'd rather just have a warning and have it not do anything at this point, and then decide if I would want to install it. Untrusted repository? PS gallery? All right, I'm gonna just say yes. Okay, so now if I try pwsh invoke, invoke formatter, let's see. Script definition? Uh-oh. So what should the script definition be? The text of the script to be formatted. Oh, really? All right. So that's the script. I'm gonna come back to this. I'm gonna come back to this. So I feel like we can let's see. Value from pipeline. Script definition. It says value from pipeline true. I'm gonna leave it alone for now. I feel like we can probably, well, actually, hold on. Let's just try. So if pwsh c invoke, no. Let's first echo bob response dot ps1 into invoke formatter, and then put the output back into bob response ps1, but I'm not gonna try that. I'm gonna put risky because I don't know what it'll do, if anything. Double quote this whole thing, maybe? No output? Is that good? I don't know. I don't know. Let's see if it changed the file. I can't tell. It didn't overwrite it. It's still there. Does it still pass? Okay. So now if I change it and add that, do you think it gets rid of it? No, it doesn't look like it changed it. So I'm not sure then. I'll leave it alone for now. Let's just submit. Okay. All right, I need to stretch my legs for 2 minutes and I'll be right back. Yeah, I'll be right back. All right, I barely stretched my legs, but yeah, I want to get back in here and get at it and go at it. All right. So what's the third PowerShell exercise? It was called Wordy, right? Okay, so that one's done. I'll move it over. Wordy. Okay, it says it's an easy. Hmm. Ignore the typical order of operations. Pretty sure I haven't finished this on any track. And I feel like saving it for another day. You've not yet completed it in any languages. It is available in 38 languages, so that's good. Let me choose a different one to finish up for today. I did one in D. Coffee script. Raindrops is another super simple one. Roughly similar to darts, I think. Let's give it a shot. Okay. All right. Oh, it's a slightly more complex version of the FizzBuzz challenge. Interesting. I thought it was actually slightly less complex. Either way, it's similar. All right. Okay. So this is a convert method, I guess. And we're gonna say I don't know, man. Something about this is making me, I don't know, just I'm questioning my life. What am I doing here? Trying to do this simple problem. in CoffeeScript, and I'm thinking, oh gosh, how do I do anything in CoffeeScript? I don't know. Okay, let's just do it. So all right, let me look at a reminder again. Where's my learn X in Y minutes CoffeeScript? Okay, let's take a peek. This will certainly help, probably. Compiles one-to-one into the equivalent JavaScript. No interpretation at runtime. What does that mean? All right, so we can do assignment like this. This is already answering, like, I think most of my questions. So I'm going to say result equals this if number mod 3 equals 0. Oh shoot, that was a really short one. Holy crap. Result equals results plus pling. Okay. Then this one is plang, and this one is plong. Sure. Result equals number if result equals nothing. Yeah. And this is CoffeeScript here? Okay. Okay, what's it say we do? We do Jasmine node coffee. Okay, fair enough. Let's see what it says. One test, one assertion, 0 failures, 0 skipped? Really? This doesn't seem right. Yeah, these are all exited. So what the heck, man? Oh, okay. Well, there we go. And did we have a format option? I don't see it here. All right, I won't worry about it. Let's just submit. So that's obviously a very short one. And literally, actually, just looking at the Learn X and Y minutes page for a moment. I wasn't even there for very long, and it answered all my questions. So I'm gonna have to make that more of a habit, I guess. All right, so that one's good, I guess. So I said I'd do an hour, and so I would actually, I think, like to chill out here, maybe for 15 more minutes. You know what? As soon as I said that, I thought of other things I'd like to do. All right, I finished 3 problems like I said I wanted to. I will be back in the morning, bright and early, and I'm gonna tackle a lot more. Yeah! Oh, wait.